So make them stay there. Yes, as you said, fire their must still and think a cool breeze.
Remember me tell you this today, the 26th day of September. Yeah? Prime Minister better. You see that little thing now when in can call the election when he's ready. Better stretch it out a little bit past September.
In need the time.
No matter what Mark Golding I go say.
In need the time.
Stretch it out past September next year.
Yes.
Mommy.
I'm a snap
Yeah. Who is your favorite artist?
Stupid question, man.
What is the teacher?
World boss.
Is the artist?
Big up Candy, real guys are so original. Yeah, man, my name is Breeder, you know. Yo. No! I watch you again. A long time, every time I see them, I be able. One burn up at the same way. But watch you now, them time they, our father, a burro. And watch how the history go. A burro produce the song we say, you don't care where you're born from, or the inspiration from. Don't give them no more, December 31st. What Candy this, you see me? So go watch what the video, picture me and you, and our father produce. You don't care where you're born from. Yeah, man, one Candy. My brother is a big producer to you. The skill there. So you see, yeah man, Vero, you see? Yeah. So about this go, fully Gaza. But when they need peace, so we have to dig up Gully.
It's a tape?
Gaza no real.
Right, that's all.
To God be the glory, great things he has done. Last night, Vybz Kartel and Mecca give a be a champagne, be a NSC and be things. Me decide for way pan Kartel out the door. When Vybz Kartel, me not get the NSC, me not get the champagne, me want buy some grocery and put in my house. And Kartel give me the money. Kartel, I buy the grocery them. I'm a baby grocery them, yeah. Look more. The rice and the flour and the sugar and the caramel come in, come and order them from a cousin store. One Gaza nation, you know. Big up yourself, Kartel. Or it come down.
Everybody, me I tell you now, there, you know, when you look, 2025, we have a lot to see. Because the mark of the beast, them say by the end of this year, the whole of America have the mark of the beast. And you're not going to have no use of no money. If your hand can't swipe over the machine, you see me, if you purchase your good, you are not with them system, you are against them system.
What barcode? Hold on.
Soon you will be able to pay for groceries at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand. Amazon says that the Pay by Palm technology will be at all of those stores nationwide by the end of the year.
So I'm going to pay with my palm today again, and many of you have some concern about it. It's real easy, you don't even have to touch it. All right. Here we go. I'm all set. I can go ahead and pay it. Okay, good. Right. They're afraid of it. So here we go. You don't even have to touch it. And just like that, your payment got through. It's attached to my credit card and it's all good. And the gentle lady gave me my receipt. Here it is.
We're here on the Washington Boulevard at the scene where a lady was hit down by a motor vehicle and severely injured. At the moment, we're not quite certain of her status, but because of this pothole, a vehicle swerved and hit her.
It cannot work. We are poor people, we are going to ball. You can imagine this man, you stand up and see the vehicle, lick the lady and the lady highs up in the air and spin. Eh? You must cry. We have an activism to your enemy, sir. Please, sir. Mr. ANDREWHOLNESS, badness, whatever you call yourself, please fix the road. Okay.
Now welcome back to another exclusive for live. Now blessing goes out to all my viewers and all my subbies, all my well wishers. Like, share and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Coming up in today's topic and review. Blessing and blessing my viewers and my subscribers. I just want to say thanks for tuning in to another one exclusive for a topic discussion and review. Now in today's a topic and discussion, we continue with the Prime Minister ANDREWHOLNESS statutory declaration, which seems the biggest topic right now on the internet. Not only in Jamaica, but this news with the ANDREWHOLNESS government badness as finally reaching the international ears and the international eyes.
Acquire any of this wealth illegally?
That's the million-dollar question, and the report doesn't give us a definite answer. They say there are still some missing pieces.
Missing pieces like what?
Well, they couldn't get their hands on all of Mr. Holness's bank statements, particularly for his foreign accounts. And when they asked for a more detailed breakdown of his income and expenses, he basically said, what you see in the declarations is what you get.
He refused to give more detail. That's a bold strategy.
Right. Especially since those declarations are just a snapshot, not the whole picture. It's like trying to understand a movie from a couple of random frames.
So how can they figure out these unexplained millions without the full picture?
Exactly. And this is where it gets really interesting. Remember how we talked about all that money moving between those companies? Well, the Integrity Commission brought in independent forensic accountants to untangle it all. And what they found is something else.
Don't leave me hanging. What did the forensic guys find?
Well, the forensic guys, they had even more financial records than the commission, and they found a total of over $473 million in deposits across all the accounts they looked at.
$473 million.
Yeah.
That's almost $500 million.
It's a lot. And here's the kicker. They found a massive difference between what Imperium reported in their own WN books and what the bank records showed. Specifically, over $72 million was transferred from Positive Media to Imperium, but there's no record of it in Imperium's financial statements.
Wait, Positive Media put $72 million into Imperium and there's no paperwork. That's not great.
Right, and it makes you wonder about the accuracy of everything Mr. Holness has told the Integrity Commission.
So what happens now? What's the verdict?
Well, they admit they don't have all the answers, but they're not letting Mr. Holness off the hook. They're recommending the whole case goes to the FID for a full investigation.
So they're calling in the big guns.
Basically. And they're also going after those nil tax returns. They're recommending that the tax folks launch a separate investigation into those.
About time someone did.
The commission is basically saying that if those companies were making money, which it seems like they were, they should reported it.
So we're talking potential tax fraud charges on top of everything else.
Potentially, yes. They leave it up to the tax authorities to get to the bottom of it.
This is like a legal thriller. But one thing I'm not clear on. We've talked about breaches of the Integrity Commission Act, potential tax fraud.
Yeah.
But what about illicit enrichment? Do they actually accuse Mr. Holness of that?
The big question. Not directly, but they get close. They say because of all the missing information, they couldn't do a complete analysis. But.
There's always a but.
Always. And this is where Jamaican law gets interesting. They have this thing called a reverse burden when it comes to illicit enrichment.
Reverse burden? That sounds complicated.
It's not too bad. Usually it's innocent until proven guilty, right? Well, with illicit enrichment, it's flipped. The prosecution just has to show that you have more money than you should based on your income. Then it's your job to prove you got it legally.
So it's like, okay, you've got a yacht, but you make minimum wage. Explain that.
Exactly. And in this case, the Integrity Commission thinks Mr. Holness hasn't adequately explained his wealth, so they think the FID needs to investigate.
This is serious stuff. So what does this all mean for Mr. Holness? What are the potential consequences?
We could be talking criminal charges, big fines, even jail time.
Jail time? The Prime Minister?
It's possible, especially if those tax fraud allegations are true.
Wow. And even if he doesn't go to jail, this is a disaster for his reputation.
Absolutely. It raises serious questions about his judgment and his commitment to ethical conduct.
It's a good reminder that no one, not even a Prime Minister, is above the law. This whole situation reminds me of that other scandal with...
You know what? You're right. It does seem to fit a pattern.
Exactly. But we'll save that for another deep dive. Speaking of murky dealings, let's talk about that $50 million loan from Burita Investments Limited. That's where things get really interesting. So Burita Investments Limited, they're the ones who gave Imperium that massive loan, right? $50 million.
That's the one. And the report makes it seem like Burita may have bent the rules a little to make it happen.
Okay, give me the details. What did Burita do that has the Integrity Commission's attention?
Well, for one, they accepted a mortgage document for a property that, according to official records, isn't even owned by Imperium.
That's a pretty big oversight. What else?
It gets better. Apparently, they also approved the loan based on a verbal agreement with Mr. Holness. No paper trail, no formal documentation.
Now, I'm all for a good handshake deal, but not when you're talking about a $50 million loan to a company owned by the Prime Minister.
Exactly. And the Integrity Commission agrees. They're recommending that the Financial Services Commission, they regulate financial institutions in Jamaica, give Burita a thorough audit. They want to know if any laws were broken when they gave out that loan.
So now Burita might be in trouble too.
It's possible, and it just goes to show you this isn't just about one man's finances. This is a whole web of connections, powerful people, companies, even government agencies. Makes you wonder what else is out there.
It really highlights how important transparency and accountability are.
100%.
Yeah.
The Integrity Commission needs the power to investigate these things, to follow the money and hold people accountable.
Because if not, it's like, anything goes.
Exactly. And people lose trust in the whole system.
It's a reminder that no one's above the law, right?
Absolutely not.
Expert speaker, this has been fascinating. Thank you for breaking it all down for us.
Anytime.
And deep divers, we hope this has inspired you to keep asking tough questions, demand transparency, and hold those in power accountable.
Now, Mr. ANDREWHOLNESS, it's God and time. Because if you think that you and the Labour government and this government badness that you are implement in Jamaica within the Parliament of Jamaica, brother, you need to wake up and see that those days are done. We have this thing we name the internet. You need to know that nothing at all is secret no more. And when time we do these kind of corruption in the eyes of the nation, and bloggers and individual post these things onto the internet, you all think it's just nothing now gonna happen. Call a lot of people saying that ANDREWHOLNESS now got prison for him though. But I have news for you, because the world is gonna witness one of the biggest changes to Jamaican history, where we as a nation are coming together and setting a president in Jamaica that all good standards and good bearing on our little island of Jamaica.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, whereas there is a ministerial code of conduct in place from 2002 that governs the conduct of members of the cabinet, and whereas the Prime Minister did not inform the people of Jamaica that he was being investigated by the Integrity.
Please. Now what a rude man. And you say you are Deputy House Speaker. Mark Golan was intended to move a motion of no confidence against the Prime Minister in the House of Parliament yesterday. Juliet Holness stepped out of the chair and the Deputy Speaker come in because she know the bomb Mark Golan they got drop in her head. Now, watch where I go on yourself and then we'll talk after. Because, trust me, corruption at this highest, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, whereas there is a ministerial code of conduct in place from 2002 that governs the conduct of members of the cabinet, and whereas the Prime Minister did not inform the people of Jamaica that he was being investigated by the Integrity.
Please.
If the member in any way intends to go down a road that is, you can't understand if you don't listen. Permit yourself to use your ears and not your mouth. If it is that the member intends to travel down a road that is going to breach the standing orders in raising matters, let me just say it before, that are sub judice, hold on, I'm just telling you, that cannot be accommodated in this house. So if that is the route, if that is the intention, stop now.
Because there is a matter now under judicial consideration, it ought not to be discussed as it is sub judice. At this time, I am now ruling that this motion will not be entertained.
Yes, thank you.
No, we don't have to hear it. And if I am going to stop you again if you go down that road.
Mr. Speaker, you've indicated this matter is sub judice. I'm not aware of that. However, what this motion engages is simply a matter of a breach of the ministerial code of conduct by the Prime Minister.
Now you see the level of disrespect and bullying Mark Golding affair got you. I shut the man shut off the mic on the man, you know. And the man just walk out of that. I want him to you. Now my viewers, we can see whereas the Prime Minister, Mr. Andrew Holness, him not giving up without a fight. So he decided to challenge the IC report instead of them table the report in a parliament, you know. He decided to challenge it at some judiciary meeting or whatever at the in a parliament. However, me see the GLP such man, who don't know such man, I have to call a name. He run out and he was so well. The Prime Minister think my Prime Minister is a fool. My Prime Minister is fighting back and he's taking it to the judiciary committee so that they can review this IC report. Only the next day if you hear the man come back and I say, oh, Mark Golding is a liar. Because now Mark Golding file a motion, mash up HUGHES to judiciary committee plan. And people, the Speaker of the House, Juliet Holness, walk out because she know the bomb where Mark Golding did a drop on her. Now the Deputy House Speaker take it up on him head. Deputy Aaron Clark or whatever the LM1 name. Also, the bald one who Bruce Golding son or what him one name. I don't even remember what him name. I mean I don't know Colonel Charles or Junior or whatever him one name. Cause from it the name say corruption. Me no want know your name, brother. Me don't even want know. However, this little, cause me no know, look on him people. Me know funny people, you know. The body language don't lie. Now me nah pass no accusation, but me I tell you say something funny about that House Speaker there. Me no know. Him a try dismiss the motion. Now Mark Golding walk out and go outside, go read the motion. Listen to what Mark Golding presented to the House, and this little funny man try to void what Mark Golding was trying to say.
To move a no confidence motion in Gordon House, in the House of Representatives. I was prevented from doing so on what I regard to be a spurious basis, a basis that cannot hold water. The basis that was put forward was that the matters on which my motion was based are now sub judice. In other words, because the Prime Minister has apparently sought judicial review of certain matters arising from what the Integrity Commission has decided in relation to his matter. However, my motion is not dealing with the substance of that report, but is dealing with his own conduct as Prime Minister. And I wish to read the motion now so you can hear it. Whereas there is a ministerial code of conduct in place from 2002 that governs the conduct of members of the cabinet, and whereas the Prime Minister did not inform the people of Jamaica that he was being investigated by the Integrity Commission from as far back as August 2023 for illicit enrichment, and whereas the concealment of this information by the Prime Minister is a breach of the Ministerial Code of Conduct that guided the Prime Minister in removing from office ministers serving in the cabinet over which he presided, And whereas the annual reports of the Integrity Commission for 22-23 and for 23-24 stated that several members of Parliament, initially 6 and then 8, were under investigation for illicit enrichment, but none had come forward to disclose that he or she was under investigation. And whereas the Integrity Commission's investigation report on the 17th September 2024 tabled in Parliament named the Prime Minister as being under investigation for illicit enrichment. And whereas the Prime Minister, as Chairman of Cabinet, instructed members of Cabinet not to divulge the name of any member under investigation for illicit enrichment, contrary to the spirit of the Ministerial Code of Conduct. And whereas the actions of the Prime Minister have caused and continue to cause severe damage to the trust necessary for good order and respect for public office, be it resolved that this Honourable House condemns the Prime Minister for not maintaining ethical standards of transparency and openness in government. Secondly, censures the Prime Minister for his acts of covering up and concealment of the names, including his own, of those members of the Cabinet and or Parliament of which he was and may still be aware, but has kept them in positions of influence in the Cabinet with the effect of further undermining public trust in the institutions of government. And declares that the actions of the Prime Minister have severely undermined his credibility and trustworthiness, and that he no longer enjoys the confidence of this House. That was the motion that was to be put forward today and hopefully debated next week. We did not want it debated the same day that it was tabled. The Prime Minister is not here in Jamaica. That would not be right or proper. However, we were not allowed to proceed with the tabling of the motion because the Speaker herself had removed herself because the matter affected her husband, and the Deputy Speaker ruled that the motion was improperly brought in breach of the standing orders, relying on the sub judice rule, and so the motion will not go forward. And we think that that is an abuse of the rules of Parliament, and no confidence motions have a very high place in our constitutional arrangements. If a no confidence motion is passed in Parliament, the Governor-General has to dissolve Parliament and call elections. So that is in section, I think, 64 of the Constitution, subsection 5. So for them to block the opposition from bringing a motion on the alleged basis that the matter is sub judice is really, in my view, a bad and sad day for our democracy. Again, it's an example of freedom of speech, freedom of association, our democratic principles being undermined by the misuse of power by the majority in Parliament. It's a very serious matter, and that is why we asked the media to come and hear what we had to say. Thank you.
Now, if you ask me, Mark Golding a beat and teach Andrew Holness and Julius Holness and these 49 politicians, them a get a beating, you know. It seems they forget that Andrew Holness is a doctor by trade, because if say it's Dr. Andrew Holness. But them for remember that Mark Jefferson Golding profession is a lawyer by trade. Now, you heard what Mark Golding had to say. He wasn't discussing the IC report. He was discussing the fact that the Prime Minister had lied to the nation and still hasn't come and apologized to the nation for his lies or his misunderstanding. Then, if he never understand the situation, say you're under investigation. You never know where I'm under investigation for, because him say never know him under investigation for illicit enrichment, and it's a lie I tell. However, my viewers and my subscribers, me no want long out what I say. Me get to the point. After Julius Holness see that Mark Gold and them step out the house because them not accept them arms house, she come back, take the chair and saying that, what Mark Golding was presenting to the House is debatable, and she was ready to debate it, but they walk out.
Have, and myself particularly as Speaker, have repeated on many occasions that things need to get to the Parliament with adequate time so that we can read and we can ensure we follow the proper procedures. We were in fact notified by email that a motion would come, but it didn't come until just before I got to Parliament. And it does take some time to review and ensure that motions are properly laid. A signed copy of the motion came to me at the desk when Member Paulwell came to the desk during the sitting of the Parliament. And I just came out for a moment a while ago, and I note the opposition walking out. I was coming back to tell them I'd gone out because I was just completing my review so that they could go ahead and debate if they so choose. However, even though they heard as much, they continued to walk out.
Well, as Mark Golan says, this corruption within the GLP, Parliament and the Parliamentarian them, where them no love Jamaica, them love themselves, because them no want say nothing better, because if the head of the stream is corrupt, me tell you no, and Mark Golan tell you no, every last one of them is corrupt, and you can't see it. Now this Henry Clark, he remind me of RT boss. Cause viewers and subscribers, you don't can see say the man corrupt. That man is funny. You don't say. Cause if the Miss Holness, who is the Speaker of the House, can now come and confirm that the motion of no confidence which Mark Golan was presented within the House of the Representative just now was valid and could be debatable. Why is it that this funny boy, we say him a Deputy House Speaker, didn't say the same thing what Miss Julius is saying? Why is it that him have to try disrespect Mark Golan? Now him piss me off. Because I don't like disrespect, and him a go on like him a bully. Him and this next ballad one, where come a chat about that can't represent in a this house.
Going to breach the standing orders in raising matters, let me just say it before, that are sub judice. Hold on, I'm just telling you, that cannot be accommodated in this house.
It's like, brother, that in your yard, in a brother. I ain't tell you come out there and you talk, Mr. Ballad, man. Don't come talk to the public like you feel like it's your woman you're talking to at your yard. Because that's not your house, that's not your home. That is the House of Representative where people come and people are going to represent what's right. So get your facts straight. You understand what I say to you, Mr. Ballad, man? Because I don't know your name, you know. Mr. Charles or Mr. Parnell or Mr. whatever you want to name. Me no want to know what I tell you. But get your facts right. Because that's not your house. You come out, this my house. This ain't your house, brother. You no pay rent for this, brother. Or you no pay mortgage for this. All of the thief in Lano, your pooper. And them thief up and have our own. A time when you give back some to the Jamaican people, you know, brother. Won't I do it so much? What about the rest of people them in Jamaica? And you come and defend corruption. Listen, brother. Go sit down, man. That's what I tell you. Now, let me move on.
Meanwhile, TVJ News sat down with Matthew Samuda today, who is not only confident of victory in Northeast St. Anne, but is challenging himself to pull some 10,000 voters out on election day.
Look, me shame and kill me.
Morning, Mr. Samuda. You're here at the Speartown Primary School.
Shame and kill me.
How long have you been here, sir?
Oh, 15 minutes. I went and greeted all of my election day workers, made sure that they were comfortable, saw that the process was progressing fairly and smoothly. We're doing well, we're on target.
Okay, I've been to 3 polling stations so far and was told that, the turnout is a bit low, voting is low. Are you concerned about that at all?
No, we didn't expect a high turnout, as we would have stated. The fact is the independent candidates are mischief makers. There is no illusion that were being pushed by the People's National Party. But this is a democratic exercise. You do have to go through the process. But we will be solidly victorious and sufficiently so to
When Mr. Saboda lie, I tell but you feel away, man, because you did a brag and a boss say you get 10,000 votes and whatever. And now this low little turnout where you get not even 5,000 voters out of 48,000 voters. Me know you feel it. And the two look opponent them to you go up. You know what I mean? Me check say you would have win a landslide. Now, yeah, blame the PNP, but it now have nothing to do with the PNP, the low turnout. The people them just don't wanna inner. Now, here we have Cliff Views. I give fame take on the election and how him feel about the Jamaican Labour Party leadership and the direction the party is heading at this present moment.
I don't see that happening here with this Labour Party. Everybody want in a government. And and them not seem to understand, say, you can't be in a government if Belmont Road run down and not go on a Belmont Road and you not take care of the mother, the party. Them not seem to understand it that sooner rather than later there will be no government because the mother starve, want milk, food. Okay. Yeah? Them not seem to understand it, and the PNP gets it. The PNP knows that without a viable, clicking party, there is no chance of being in government. Yeah? Them not seem to understand it. Everybody look for themselves in a government. And I realize, say, you left the party, nobody no want give up ministerial position and the car and the whatever. Yeah? For to take care of Belmont.
All is mine right now.
Exactly.
Come out, I'm whatever. Go out, brother, come out, and then you can go back.
Yes. Yes. So, make them stay there. Yes, as you said, fire their must still and think a cool breeze.
Remember me tell you this today, the 26th day of September. Yeah? Prime Minister, better, you see that little thing now when in can call election when you're ready, better stretch it out a little bit past September.
In need the time.
No matter Mark Golding I go say.
In need the time.
Stretch it out past September next year.
Yes.
You can hear where a person is saying that the Prime Minister, him have this thing, this secret weapon, this thing, where him supposed to use for Mark Golding and hold on back on the election longer than September next year. But me sorry, big boss, I don't think ANDREWHOLNESS gonna even make it to September next year. We won't allow that. This man has to step down because of his corruption. This man has no integrity. This man is a poor representation of we as Jamaican. We can't have a thief. A man that afraid. Him want care people go court. Him want do everything to stop people from seeing if you have done something wrong. So clearly we know say something is not right. But you wanna feel like saying the law in Jamaica we can't hold him. Well, we are gonna make law in Jamaica we can lock up this man so that any other else politician try that at the same treatment across the board. We now play with a new time now. At 2025 we are going now. Poor people tired for suffer now, man. Jamaican we can do better. We just need a good leader. We don't need no dictator and then I come thief from where.
So I'm going to pay with my palm today again, and many of you have some concern about it. It's real easy, you don't even have to touch it. All right. Here we go. I'm all set. I can go ahead and pay it. Okay, good. All right. They're afraid of it. So here we go. You don't even have to touch it. And just like that, your payment got through. It's attached to my credit card and it's all good. And the gentle lady gave me my receipt. Here it is. Thank you. All right.
Look to your bag.
Oh, yeah, why don't I take this? Okay. I was leaving one of my bags. So, many of you're a little weary of this thing and you shouldn't be. And I find it interesting that, 1 second. I find it interesting that some of you are afraid of it. I will not talk about Mark of the Beast. I want to not trust this and that. But we want to not come in at the country, though. We want to not come in at the people in the country and them telling us to put on a finger upon the something at airport. Don't put it down gladly. We don't never worry about Mark of the Beast them time there. All these other things we want to do. We won't have to go on the biometrics. I want to do it without any problem. Right? I want to know worry about Mark of the Beast and the devil and all them something there. I'm not saying we're supposed to trust technology wholesale right through. But with something like this, your palm print, connected to your credit card, it's simple. You don't even have to touch the thing. Alright? Nothing to fear there.
This man's saying that he don't got to use no credit card or nothing to pay for this water right here.
I didn't know if you need help or anything. Bye.
Oh. I got my, okay, thank you. Whoa, wait a minute. What barcode? Hold on.
Soon you will be able to pay for groceries at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand. Amazon says that the Pay by Palm technology will be at all of those stores nationwide by the end of the year.
Everybody, me I tell you now, there, when you look, 2025, we have a lot to see because the mark of the beast, them say by the end of this year.
Now viewers and subscribers, Jamaica, but tell us, Jamaican can overreact situation. Now they talk about mark of the beast. Me don't know about no such thing. However, me know say as the world evolve, there seems to be creating new system for in which I guess we gonna have to live in. However, this system, me don't know how this work, but me know say it's real where people appear with them palm. Me don't know how it go, but if any of my viewers, subscribers and them understand how it works, do let me know. But what this young man is saying right here, sir, doesn't reflect my saying. You understand? Where him say, how him say. Yeah? Me just a share to do now. But that's not what I'm saying. Here what him say.
The whole of America have the mark of the beast. And you're not going to have no use of no money. If your hand can't swipe over the machine, you see me, if you purchase your good, you are not with them system. You are against them system. You see me? So that's why I say all of my people them were gone overseas. When you see what I go on with America now, say at the mark of the beast. You see me? When you see say Kenya and certain black country take it already. You know understand say our government gonna sign a lot of contract and them thing there, but people rather come judge a youth like me where I speak them thing here. You see me? And you know forgot say yo, are the transgender people them in control and really the government them are who you see I get talking, you have bigger people than the oppressors them, you know. You see me? I need people to wake up at the end of time, because Revelation tell with them thing about people still asleep. You see me? And the mark of the beast is out, brother. You see me? See that them cut out the Bible in America. You see me? That means say what to come. Them no want you to have no scripture if you can remember. You see me? Them no want nobody to remember God and them thing there, brother. You remember one time when a bacon meal people have to eat, when it come to a time like this, bacon meal. At that time I come back here now. 2025, Father God, me I pray. Me not thought nothing bad if you come to my land and come to my people them, but me I pray that people wake up and see that say, yo, the money where we are chase down and run down, you know, and the work where we are get up every day, you know. You see me? We so sorry and we so start balling. You know. What about the people them on the roadside and the homeless people them? We not gonna have no use to them something here. Because technology increasing and technology coming around the world and you know, nobody know remember God, you know. Nobody know remember Christ, and me know 90% of people are going to bow down to that system because me know half of the population are batty man. Me know half of the population are gay, bisexual, and of them people around the world. You see me? And the government and the teaching of church. You see me? Yeah, and them are the two biggest talk in this thing here. So anything where the oppressors say the church go with, believe. You see me? Me I beg you to wake up and set this for the kids them. You see me? Because when this a time I come and all who no want to take it, a war come to you. And then if you take it, a worse a living. Chano. It rough, don't it? It rough, don't it? So for the people them where look for me mad, I wanna not take the message good, I wanna go look for a youth where I wanna split me and say all type of things about him, but nah no upper state mind, you see me? And on a mind so corrupted and negative, you see me, and can't think straight and can't think positive. That's why certain of these things are gonna reach where revelation are come. Revolution is coming, the world war is happening and the revolution is coming. The mark of the beast, them say half America have it already and the whole America is supposed to get it. And then if our government them gonna sign contract, oh God, Father God, help me now. Father, I hope when I reach the end of this video and I listen, you know. Alright. I mean, I say it no more again. We have things to see. I hope when I stand firm, the people them would not go bow down to the system. No matter how we hunger or want the money. You see me, we better stand up for God.